Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone, and welcome to this live stream. Let me just make sure I'm live here. Yep, I got the notification. All right. Very good. Okay, so let me just start out by saying that I'm in the middle of a power outage, so I'm currently streaming from a mobile hotspot. So let's hope this connection goes well. And if not, feel free to throw something in the chat. And there we go. Anyway, I'm very happy that you are watching this either live or later on. And today, this is being recorded Christmas Eve on the 24th of December. And yep. So my name is Nimmer, and this is Blind Tech Adventures YouTube channel. I just wanted to say that just a few things, and then I will provide a little bit of a demo of setting up input gestures in NVDA for a couple of things that I think are pretty helpful, and we will end it at that. So let's see, Kurt, wherever you are at, I hope this finds you well. This is not really a planned stream, so Kurt is not here, but he will be with us next time. Kurt, wherever this finds you, I hope that you are well. And to the listeners of this podcast that goes on YouTube, thank you very much for watching, listening. Thank you for all that you have done for this channel and for your subscription. We have reached 400 subs this year, which is excellent. We've gotten lots of people watching, and if you are one of them, thank you very much. Truly appreciate it. If you do celebrate Christmas, I hope that this Christmas finds you well, and I know that this has been a really difficult year for many of us. It's been a particularly difficult year for me, dealing with some health issues, both physical and mental health issues. And also because of COVID, it's been a particularly rough year. And but also some good things have happened, as usual in life. Some things are good, some things are bad, and we just move on and figure out how to hopefully do better and make things better moving forward. So hopefully you are being safe and that you are enjoying time with your family. Again, thank you so much for all you do, for supporting this channel, and for supporting me, for supporting Kurt. Is truly appreciated. And yes, again, if you do celebrate, Merry Christmas. If you do not, well, that's okay too. Happy whatever holiday that you do celebrate. And if it's not time for the holiday and you want to send us when is your holiday that you celebrate, let us know that too. And we will wish you a happy whatever day that is. I believe Kwanzaa is right after Christmas. Happy Kwanzaa, happy Boxing Day, happy whatever day that you celebrate. Okay. So the next thing I'm going to do is do a little bit of a demonstration of a couple of things in NVDA that will hopefully make your NVDA experience a little bit more delightful and should hopefully help you out. And so this is going to be, oh, I don't know, I guess my Christmas gift to those of you who celebrate. So I'm going to share my screen, and then I will let's share the screen. Share screen. Okay. So first thing I'm going to do is I will change the synthesizer, slow it down, and use Microsoft One Core Voices for those of you who prefer that. To do that in NVDA, I just hit NVDA Control and the letter S to go to the synthesizer selection. I'm going to go to Windows One Core Voices, and I will push Enter.
StreamYard document.
There we go. Okay, so this is the default voice, I believe, that comes with narrator, and I think many of you might prefer this voice. Okay, so in order to access, so NVDA has a lot of keyboard commands, and one of the things that you can do in NVDA is change all of those keyboard commands and swipes and touch gestures to be whatever that you would like them to be. And some of them are not bound to existing keyboard commands. So in my mind, it is worth binding some of them to keyboard commands, or at least knowing how to change some that you might use frequently that you might want to change to be something else. So I'm going to change a few of them. Two of them that are not bound are ones that are the equivalent of the touch cursor in JAWS, and this is the flattened object navigation movement commands that are possible with the touch screen by swiping right or swiping left. In JAWS, this is referred to as the touch cursor, and this command is basically the equivalent of on a smartphone swiping right or swiping left. You can literally swipe from the top left of the screen all the way down and swipe to every single object that's on the screen and access certain things, certain programs that might not otherwise be easily accessible. And in NVDA, you can certainly do this, and this is called Object Review. But some people get very confused with Object Review because it has this concept of the child of an object or parent objects, that kind of thing. So this might be a little bit confusing for some people. So there is a way to just simply assign a keyboard command to being able to just to swipe right or swipe left, and I'm going to show you how to do that now. So first of all, we're going to do is go to the NVDA menu. I'm going to do NVDA key plus N.
NVDA menu.
And we're going to go down to
Pref tools, helps up, configure,
we're going to go to preferences.
Save, donate, exit,
Oh,
setting.
there we go. Okay, we're going to go to preferences, and we're going to go to input gestures.
Speech diction, punctuate, input gestures.
There we go.
N.
And so I'll just hit down arrow to input gestures, and we'll push enter to go there.
Input gestures dialog. Tree view. Level 0 Braille collapsed 1 of 18.
Okay, so now we land in a tree view. And in this tree view, we have some different categories of items that we can choose to provide input gestures for. So the first category is Braille, and this is when connected to a Braille display. You can change which gestures or which commands are being used for Braille display. So we have Braille. To get into these, of course, we can hit right arrow to expand, left arrow to collapse, and up and down arrow to move through these items. So let's hit down arrow.
Browse mode collapse 2 of 18 level 0.
We have browse mode, and so this is for web stuff, or possibly browse mode in Word documents as well.
Configuration collapse 3.
Configuration, so this is for configuring NVDA settings.
Configuration profiles collapsed 4.
This is for configuration profiles. So this is if you'd like, for example, a profile or a set of NVDA settings for a very specific app or task that you're doing, you can set up a profile, and then you can switch between them. And so this is where you would go to change some of these.
Document formatting collapsed.
Document formatting, so any of the commands associated with reading document formatting, that is where those are found and can be changed.
Emulated system keyboard keys collapsed.
Emulated system keyboard keys. Let's hit down arrow again.
Input collapsed 7 of 18 level 0.
input. Let's hit down arrow again.
Miscellaneous collapsed 8 of 18 level 0.
Miscellaneous, hit down arrow again.
Mouse collapsed 9 of 18 level 0.
Mouse, let's hit down arrow.
Object navigation collapsed 10 of 18 level 0.
Object navigation. This is where we want to go to change this particular setting to go into, to essentially do the equivalent of a touch cursor. So I'll hit right arrow.
Expanded, 14 items.
And I'm going to hit down arrow at this point to go through these items.
Level 1 moves the navigator object to the first object inside it, collapsed 1 of 14. Moves the navigator object to the next object, collapsed 2 of 14 level 1.
And when it says collapse, that means there are already commands that are bound to these. So if I hit right arrow, you can see exactly what the command is. So hit right arrow.
Expanded, 3 items. Level 2 NVDA plus numpad 6. Keyboard, all layouts, 1 of 3.
So as you see, this is bound already to an existing keyboard command.
NVDA plus shift plus right arrow, laptop keyboard, 2 of 3. 2 finger flick right, touch. Level 1 moves the navigator collapsed. Moves the navigator object to the object containing it, collapsed 3 of 4. Moves the navigator object to the previous object, moves to the next object in a flattened view of the object navigation hierarchy, collapsed 5 of 14 level 1.
Okay, so this is what we're looking for here. Moves to the next object in a flattened view hierarchy. So I'll hit right arrow.
Expanded, level 2 flick right, touch screen, object mode, 1 of 1.
And that one is just assigned to flick right. So
remove button alt plus reset to factory.
we can remove this one,
view.
but we don't want to do that. So let's hit up arrow.
Level 1 moves to the next object in a flattened view of the object navigation hierarchy, expanded 5 of 14.
And now let's hit tab.
Add button alt plus A.
And we want to add a existing or a new keyboard command or gesture or whatever to be able to accomplish this task. So I'm going to do this. So when I hit add, then I'll be able to type in the keyboard command, and I'm going to try to use the command Control Insert or NVDA key right arrow. Nope, actually I'm going to use Control NVDA key and numpad 6. That's what I'm going to do, because the right arrow command is already used in the laptop layout for something different. So let's hit add and see what happens.
Unavailable. Tree view. Level 2 enter input gesture. 2 of 2.
Okay, and it's saying enter input gesture. So I'm going to hit NVDA insert numpad 6.
Context menu.
And it opens a context menu where you can select from a couple of options here.
NVDA plus control plus numpad 6. Laptop keyboard. N.
So we can choose laptop keyboard.
NVDA plus control plus numpad 6. Keyboard. All layouts.
We can choose all layouts.
NVDA plus control plus numpad 6. Laptop keyboard.
And so those are the options that we have. So I'm going to choose for all layouts.
Input gestures dialog. Tree view. NVDA plus control plus numpad 6. Keyboard. All layouts. 2 of 2 level 2.
There we go. So now I've assigned a gesture to that. So now let's hit down arrow.
Level 1 moves to the previous object in a flattened view of the object navigation hierarchy, collapsed 6 of 14.
And for this we're going to do NVDA control key and the number 4. So let's tab to the add button. And by the way, once you do this more often, you will realize that many of these commands have associated shortcuts or hotkeys. So for the add button,
alt plus A.
It tells us that the add button is Alt A, so you can always hit Alt A to do this instead of tabbing. But I like to teach concepts. We're going to hit add.
Unavailable. Tree view. Level 2 enter.
Hold down the control key, NVDA key, and the number 4.
Context menu.
Okay, and the very first option is always going to be for all modes, and so we'll just hit down arrow to confirm that.
NVDA plus control plus numpad 4. Laptop keyboard. NVDA plus control plus numpad 4. Keyboard. All layouts.
There we go. So we'll do for all layouts, and I'm going to hit enter. Some laptops don't actually have numpad, so if your laptop does not, you may wish to assign one specifically towards for laptop layout mode. So I'll just hit enter there.
Input gestures dialog. Tree view. NVDA plus.
There we go. And just as a little bit more practice, one of the other keyboard commands that I like to bind that are unbound by default in NVDA is one for the screen curtain. So let's hit down arrow, and we'll see if we can find a command for the screen curtain to brighten or dim the display.
Level 1 performs the default action on the current. Level 0 collapsed.
Let's actually collapse that. And
Speech
I'll hit
collapsed
down arrow.
11 of
Speech.
18 level. System carrot collapsed 12 of 18 level 0.
System carrot.
System focus collapsed 13 of 18 level
System
0.
Focus.
System status collapsed 14 of 18 level 0.
System status.
Text review collapsed 15 of 18 level 0.
Text review.
Tools collapsed 16 of 18 level 0.
Tools.
Touch screen collapsed 17 of 18 level 0.
Touch screen. And let's just see what the last item is here.
Vision collapsed 18 of 18 level 0.
Vision. Let's go up. Let's go into vision. I'm going to hit right arrow.
Expanded 1 items.
And let's hit down arrow.
Level 1 toggles the state of the screen. Enable to make the screen black or disable to show the contents of the screen. Pressed once, screen curtain is enabled until you restart NVDA. Pressed twice, screen curtain is enabled until you disable it 1 of 1.
Okay, so this is a command to enable and disable screen curtain, and it tells us that if we push this command once, it will enable it temporarily until NVDA restarts. If we press it twice, it will enable it permanently and until we toggle it off, and the way we toggle it off is just to push that same command again once it's on. So this command is not bound by default. You can, of course, enable and disable screen curtain from the NVDA preferences, but this keyboard command comes in handy if you like to use this, and sometimes you find yourself needing to turn it off. So let's tab to the Add button.
Add button Alt plus A.
There we go. And I think I'm going to set this to Insert key F11. That keyboard command isn't used for anything, and that sounds like a good enough keyboard command to me. But of course, you don't have to set it this way. You can choose your own and do whatever you like with yours. So let's hit Enter on Add.
Unavailable. Tree view. Level 2 enter input gesture. 1 of 1.
Okay. Edit input gesture. So I'm going to hit Insert F11.
Context menu.
And of course,
NVDA plus F11. Laptop keyboard. NVDA plus F11. Keyboard. All layouts. N.
So we're going to hit Enter on all layouts. And
Input gestures dialog. Tree view. NVDA plus F11. Keyboard. All layouts. 1 of 1 level 2.
And now let's just tab to the OK button. So if I tab once,
Remove button Alt plus R.
we can remove that existing one that we created. If I tab again,
Reset to factory defaults button Alt plus D.
let's say you have mucked up your gestures and you need to reset them back to their defaults. You can do that there. Otherwise, let's tab again.
OK button.
OK button. We'll hit Enter.
StreamYard document. Clickable button mute mic.
And let's just see if those keyboard commands worked. So first of all, I'm going to hit Insert F11.
Warning dialog enabling screen curtain will make the screen of your computer completely black. Ensure you will be able to navigate without any use of your screen before continuing. Do you wish to continue? No button Alt plus N. Always show a warning when loading screen curtain checkbox checked Alt plus S.
And I'm going to disable this warning.
Not check yes button Alt plus Y.
And I will hit Yes.
Temporary screen curtain. Enabled until next restart. StreamYard.
And now I've got screen curtain. So now let's hit Insert F11 again.
Screen curtain disabled.
Screen curtain disabled. Now let's see what happens if we hit it twice.
Screen curtain enabled.
It just says screen curtain enabled. And let's push it again.
Screen curtain disabled.
Screen curtain disabled. Now let's see what happens if I press Insert key, Control, and numpad 6.
Banner landmark. StreamYard logo link visited. StreamYard logo graphic. Christmas message and thank you. Edit broadcast button. Graphic. Edit. Blind Tech Adventures YouTube broadcast status menu button sub menu.
So this is going through and reading object by object. in a flattened view, which means that you don't need to worry about parent or child objects. So that's just like the equivalent of swiping right or swiping left, or the equivalent of using screen, what is it called, touch cursor in JAWS. Okay, well, I hope that you've enjoyed this video. Again, Merry Christmas to you if you celebrate. Let's just see if we have any comments.
Show it on stream.
Nope, no comments. Okay, and
Clickable turn on camera. Stop sharing.
stop sharing. There we go. Okay, thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.